Okay, friends, welcome back to Options to Get Rich. And last week we had seen on Nifty, and I was expecting this gap to be filled going forward in Nifty, which we have witnessed here. This was a gap which was pending here. Market came here till here, this level, it bounced back, and now market is trying to re-enter into this zone. So, which didn't happen in the last 1 week. We are going to probably see on Monday with a gap down opening happening, as Gift Nifty is already indicating that we will be opening around somewhere here at around 22,800 odd levels, which will primarily fill this gap. Okay, just 1 second, which will primarily fill this gap. Okay, so this is the first gap which is going to get filled. Then there are further gaps also. If you see here, from market closed here at this point of time and it opened here directly. Here, if I draw a line, this is the point where market opened. Okay, this is the point where market opened. So market gap closed here and gapped up here. So this is another gap which is here from 22,692 to 22,399 is another gap. And then there is another gap from here 22,121 to 22,385. So this is a complete zone of gaps. Okay, so going forward, what can we see? Basically, one is okay. First, let's analyze what happened so far. Basically, now there is quite a good possibility that if we go in a short time frame, like suppose if what Gift Nifty is depicting right now, that doesn't happen and we don't open a gap down here. In that scenario, basically, if we can consider this to be a double bottom here, which most of basically people are expecting also that this can be a double bottom, because we formed one bottom here and we formed this similar bottom here, and from here we have started rising up. So this double bottom will primarily fail once we start trading below this and we are close to this level. So we have to critically watch this level, and if we are going to close below this level, which is 22,123 or 23,000, or this recent swing low, basically you can take this 925, which was the panic low on Sensex day expiry, which we have witnessed. Okay, this is the low. So if we close below this level, that will not be good for markets. That will be basically depicting a further fall in the market. So as of now, we are seeing directly gap down at around this level. Okay, around this level, and then what we can see a price action here is either we can come directly below or we can just go up and hit this level, and we can this level, and or probably till this level, and then we can come down. So I'm not expecting a much recovery as such, but we can probably hit this level and we can start coming down, and we have all the levels gaps still below. So this is going to be a little tricky scenario right now, because quite a few gaps are there, so there will be a lot of supports also. But ultimately what I am witnessing here, I will tell you basically. So let's go down to now a larger time frame and look at the weekly charts. So on the weekly chart, if you see, basically definitely like the scene is not looking that great, but yes, for the week we had created a you can say to some extent we have created a doji, basically long leg doji, basically where we have opened, we have closed exactly at the same point. On the last Friday we were here, and the closing Friday also we are here, so it's a complete doji. Okay, now if we see basically in the past where a similar scenario has happened, you can see here this was a long candle similar to this, and then we have a long leg doji here. And what happened after that, we have had a gap down and we saw a good fall. Okay, we saw a good fall of around 500 points, even from the point from where we have opened. These are weekly charts, so I'm expecting this to happen over the next weekend. Okay, so basically if we are opening say somewhere here around 22,800 and we start drifting down next week down, so expect another 500 to 600 points downtrend immediately in the next week. Okay, as per simple, because human behavior is same. So these candles are very similar on the weekly time frame. If you see here, let me switch off all the drawings for the time being so that things are clear. This candle and this candle, this candle and this candle, they are exactly same. And if we are going to gap down, we are going to gap down here like this, we will see a similar fall in the next week. This is a weekly chart, so we will have a similar chart here probably going down. Or the second case is basically, and what I expect a recovery to happen is, recovery will happen when we have a gap down like this. See, we were here at 22,895. We opened here at 21,741. So we opened around 1,000 point down. That was a panic, basically. That was a panic created in the market, 1,000 points gap down, and then we started the recovery. So similarly here, I'm expecting when we will basically form a bottom, I think is that will be the panic level of around 1,000 point, something like that. 1,000 or 800 points gap down we can see probably, or probably we can see a double bottom being created at these levels here, this level, or probably this level. We will be creating a double bottom at these levels. So 21,700 to 800 is the first level. If we start trading below, this is what we can easily target in the coming weeks. We can easily target this, and we should aim for this. Okay, and from here, if we get a basically something, a strong candle like this, that will mark the downtrend is complete, and we are good to go up. Or probably worst case, basically we may come and touch this level, so ideally what you should do is basically look for shorting opportunities and not for long opportunity right now, because markets are still in doldrums. So when will you basically start looking for long? Let me just explain you when you should start looking for long on a daily time frame, when the trend will change. So right now you see, if the trend is, it came a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Now we are going to again create a lower low and probably a lower high. So right now, till the time, as per the current chart structure, till we don't cross above this level, we are in the downtrend. Okay, so we will wait for this level to be breached. Okay, then only we can say that the trend has changed on a daily time frame from short to long. Okay, we may miss certain points on the long side, that's fine, but you will have a confirmation once we close above this level. So we should start closing about this level for a couple of days. That's where basically you will find a recovery in the market. So I think March, complete March, probably we may see selling only, and another 4 to 5 trading days are left, because there are a couple of holidays also next week. So we have very limited time in March. So this selling will be quite fast. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, that's all in this video. Thank you for watching it.